Yeah. Yes. Because you know my 49ers, right? We get this big win in a wild card game versus the defending champion, the Philadelphia Eagles. Right? Right? Yeah. Like I said, we was going to beat them. It was going to be a close game, but I knew we was going to pull it off. Why? We the team, man. You know, first I got to really talk about God bless one of my all-time favorite 49er players, George Kittle, who's out with a torn Achilles, and I am just sad about it, and it's unfortunate, but we got to do it for him. We got to get the Super Bowl one, and we got to do it for the big man, because he's the heart and soul of the team, one of the greatest tight ends of this era, and you know he'll come back even stronger. But we got to win this for him. You know, CMC, 114 total yards. CMC is just all-time great, multi-dual action player, and you know him doing his thing, and then you know Brock Purdy wasn't all that great, but he still had 262 total yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Something we've been on a revenge coming back since the shaky beginning, and to be able to muster all this, even though that last game of the season could have got it, but this is just a good bounce back for us. You know, and Demarcus Robinson, 111 total yards and a touchdown, looking great for us, the young man, and I'm really happy, especially with our defense losing so many people, and then we're still able to be still a great threat out there. And look, Jalen Hurts, he had 168 total yards. It's not looking very pedestrian out there. And there's questions about him, even though he does got that Super Bowl last year. They still questioning him. And I'd say, like, why? I don't really understand too much. I understand what they see with other QBs, but he's not that type of other QB, but they're still questioning him. And then, you know, Saquon Barkley, he had a good day with 106 yards, and Devontae Smith had 77 yards. Listen, we win. And we going on to the divisional round of the playoffs, and I am very, very happy with that. So we're going to go in, we're going to smash. We're going to continue to smash. And for all the haters out there, don't worry about it. We're going to get one. We gonna get one. We've been knocking on that door. We've been knocking on the door for a Super Bowl since that first run with Alex Smith, damn near almost 15 years ago. And then we had like those, you know, the Jim Harbaugh teams, and now, you know, then we had the little lull, and then now we under Kyle Shanahan, and we've been knocking on that damn door, man. We've been knocking on the door. We're not knocking anymore. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it this year. Now I got to have some NBA quick ones. The Knicks did beat the Blazers in a good test with Brunson, Cat, especially Josh Hart, OG, and Bridges all contributing well for them. Denny Avdia had 25, and Shaden Sharp 23, and Caleb Love had 21 off the bench. The Knicks has been good. They've been playing well. up and down a little bit. Second in the East so far, with Boston on their tail. Surprisingly, but Boston been playing well without Tatum. But in the Blazers, it's surprising. They're almost 500. They most likely going to be in a play-in situation. It's going to be very, very tough. Very, very tough because they are playing very, very tough, and they're having established an identity. And I could just imagine if they do get into a play-in or actually into the playoffs, and then next year they can capitalize on that, get everybody back, and add Dame. And he just play a reserve role and let those young guys play. They could be very dangerous in the upcoming future. All right, the next game is the Sacramento Kings did get a big win over the Houston Rockets, 111-98, with DeMar DeRozan, Levine, Russ, and Malik Monk all contributing and doing their thing with KD and Şengün all both going for close to KD with 23, Şengün with 19, but Amin Thompson had 31 in a real spirited effort, but they just could not get the win. And the Kings, they 9-30, but I don't know. I think they said this new year they've been doing extremely well. So I don't know. New year, new me. So we'll see, because the Kings, I've been covering a lot of Kings games this season. I don't know how is it reaching on my docket, but I'm getting a lot of Kings games, a lot. So I've been watching them. It's a lot talent going there, but I've been watching a lot of Kings games. All right, and the last game was a real good one. It's a real classic game between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the San Antonio Spurs, and we did have one that went down the wire, but Ant-Man Anthony Edwards did close it out, scoring a clutch bucket going by Wemby to be able to do it. They went 104-103. Ant had 23, Randall 15, Dante DiVincenzo 19-9, and Nasri 17-11 off the bench. And for the Spurs, Wemby had 29, Shannon Penny 14-10, and Keldon Johnson with 15. Well, the Spurs, they're second in the West. They're just, we're seeing most likely going to be, possibly can be another dynasty. But they're on their way. They're on their way to one. All they need is a championship to confirm it, because right now Wemby's looking damn near unstoppable. He's looking like an 8-foot Kevin Durant out there, and a guy that's just totally blocking everything. So that's very, very, very concerning. This NBA